Welcome back to the Cincinnati Bearcats series. And before we get started, one of my friends asked what a Bearcat is. So yeah, here's a picture on what a Bearcat is. So yeah, Cincinnati fans may not be happy that this is the team name. But luckily it's not a blue hen in Delaware or a literal blue hose as Presbyterian College. But we are so lucky on that. And also, before the game, we are also going to be looking at our settings, or the settings I have. So, I have my difficulty at All American. I have the games feed, everything for the frequencies, etc. All on 50s. Auto subs is off. I do like to bring in my own. So, for the users, I'm new at this game, so I'm leaving it at 50. Eventually in the series, we will be bringing it down to like 45, but for the first season we're leaving it as 50. But for the CPU, I decided to just put an extra 5 on all of them, so we are on 55. And in today's episode, we are going to be taking on Maryland, and those are a look at our starting lineups. So now we are in the game as we are in Comcast Arena, but Comcast Center in College Park, Maryland. Our star watch today is Jared Mills and Chris Nixon, as they're both the point guards. And our main player to look for is freshman Stephen Hodges for Cincinnati today. And yes, we do have to make the three-pointers, but Maryland needs to score in transitions. Now let's get tip-off for both of these teams, and Maryland wins the tip-off. And here we go to start of the season for both Cincinnati and Maryland. Passing the ball around, dribbling by number 14, and in, wow, the first play, the first shot of Maryland is fouled by Jason Holland. James Poe goes to the line, hits the first shot, and this is a pretty good way for Maryland as they also hit the second free throw. Passing it, and it's deflected. And another foul, but this time it's James Small. This has not been a good start for Cincinnati this year, especially for Travis Kings, the coach. And Nixon hits his first free throw and hits his second one as Maryland makes their lead 4-0. Passing the ball around and misses the layup and is rebounded by James Holland. Passes it to Stephen Hodges. Passing it to Small. And wide open is Haywood. Terrible pass. I mean, it was a good pass, but a terrible decision. And you find Stephen Hodges pulls up the three and bricks it. Maryland with the rebound. And then Maryland hits a mid-range shot as Maryland would become or has a 6-0 lead, and you find Haywood at the, hits it, but that looked like a three-pointer to me. Maybe his foot was on the line. Maryland up 6-2. Now it's 8-2 after Nixon. He has 6 points currently. Haywood drives, and if he made that, that would have been a crazy shot. 14 is dribbling. And now you have a wide open center in the paint, but he misses his shot. You have Hodges, then Miles. Hodges wide open at the mid-range, and Cincinnati is catching fire right now, but they are still down by 4. Maryland, you have a wide open person at the 3, then passes it, and he bricks a three-pointer, but the putback is on as the center gets the putback as Maryland is up 10-4. Hodges, what a crazy shot. Another shot that looked like a three-pointer, but it wasn't. Ends up being a two-pointer as Hodges has 4. And, Maryland is having a few open shots, and they're not taking advantage of them. As Stephen Hodges, was that a foul, guys? Leave it in the comment section below. That looks like a foul to me. And he cuts in, and takes the 3 and makes it right in his face. 13-6 lead by number 20 Maryland. You have Stephen Hodges passes it to the center, but it's deflected as number 21 picks it up. Passing the ball around, and dribbles, and you find the big man. Ooh. The ball spun right around the rim, but it didn't end up going in. And this is a good chance for Cincinnati to take a scoring lead right here, as you find Mills wide open and doesn't make it. They have to be swinging the ball a little bit more efficient, as Stephen Hodges now picks up a foul, the third foul for Cincinnati in this game. Maryland is taking these fouls like a weakness for Cincinnati, as they have a 15-6 lead after Dickey hits his 2 free throws. And it's a pass deflection again. Ooh, he should have took that 3 if you wanted a lead, but you end up going in the paint and getting a layup, so it's a 17-6 lead. Finds Haywood wide open in the corner, misses the 3-pointer, and you go right into the lane, and Cincinnati gets the rebound. Haywood in the paint. What a crazy shot, as he hits the mid-range, but then Maryland hits a 3-pointer, 28. Cincinnati needs to have a comeback, but Mills steps back and hits the 3-pointer right in their face. Maryland goes to the paint as they get a layup with 4 minutes remaining. You go in the layup, and it's a foul. Their 4th foul. Maryland is drawing so many fouls in this game, as Poe hits his first and hits his second free throw. 24-14, and now 26-14, as they have a 12-point lead. Now they make it a 10-point lead after a good layup inside the paint. Does the layup, and now it's 28-16 with a minute remaining, almost at halftime, as he gets it in at 36. And he hits the 3-pointer, crazy shot, as it's 32-19. Maryland goes into the paint, and it's another foul. Like, the starting lineup for them has been getting in foul trouble, as they get 3 players off the court as they make substitutions, and Maryland will hit both of their free throws as they have a good cushion, as they winning 34-19. But then you have Hodges right into the paint, hits it. Maybe that should have been another foul. Yeah, Maryland driving right into the paint, and it's an and one. The refs are calling so many on Cincinnati, and Poe barely makes it. And you find Hodges wide open at the 3-point line, as he has 15 points in this half. Crockett now gets a foul, as that is his 5th foul. And like I said, Maryland is definitely taking advantages of these free throw shots. Finds Hodges in a dunk. Posterizes the Maryland defender, as you have Mills wide open, hits the 3-pointer with 5 minutes remaining. 5 seconds. And you'll miss the half-court shot as we go into halftime, as Maryland is up 39-29. Cincinnati in that last minute has caught fire, as they were down by like 15. Maryland is 50% from field goal, as Cincinnati is 52%. Yeah, Cincinnati's not capitalizing on free throws, as they only haven't even been to the line this game. And Cincinnati is 50% on 3-point percentage. Immediately to start off the game, Mills takes a 3 but eventually misses. Number 14 gets fouled. Jared Mills now. Cincinnati is not having a good game on defense, as they hit the 2 free throws. Lobs it up, and trying to get it, but he doesn't dunk it, but he ends up getting a layup, so it's still the 2 points, and wide open in the paint. Cincinnati's not starting off hot, but eventually hits a 3-pointer, as they're losing 45-32. Mid-range shot by Maryland to make the cushion even more, but Crockett gets in the paint and scores. Then you find Hodges hits that 3-pointer, and now it's a 10-point game here at College Park. Then number 1 drives into the paint, does a fancy spin move, and spins it. And then, that was almost blocked, but Cincinnati somehow scores. But what a block off the dunk by the Cincinnati defense. Probably the best play all day, as Hodges goes in for the layup, and now they're still down by 10. Yeah, Mills taking a contested three-pointer but ends up hitting it. And then you have Crockett into the paint. Does a little hook as they're losing 53-46. Then you have, oh my goodness, what a slam. And what a block right there. Maryland is definitely taking advantages of Cincinnati's weaknesses here in this game besides three-point shooting. And then right into the lane as Maryland scores again. Cincinnati's on and off today, but Hodges eventually hits a three-pointer with 4 minutes remaining. You have Mills stealing the ball as Hodges, tries to go, and finally a foul on Maryland, as that is the first foul in this game. But Hodges bricks the first one and hits the rim on the second one, as Cincinnati does not take the advantages as they miss both free throws. And then Maryland just goes right into the lane and scores 2 by James Poe. Mills, almost blocked, but ends up getting a good layup as then he hits another three-pointer. Cincinnati is coming back, but it's another foul. Maryland only has 1 foul in this game, as Cincinnati has 11. Poe ends up hitting both of his free throws as there is a minute remaining, and they're going to have to take advantages quick as Mills goes in for the layup. Then they're just winding down the clock and hits the three-pointer. This ain't looking good. And oh my gosh, what a vicious dunk. And then Hodges hits a three-pointer. Then another by the lane as number 21 goes in for the layup. That is the end for the scoring today, as Maryland, number 20, barely survives in this game as they win 70-64. So at the end of the game, Maryland wins 70-64. Players of the game, I have to give it to Hodges as he scored 31 points and Poe has 27 points. Cincinnati's next game is versus Akron in the NIT tournament, and Maryland is home versus Oral Roberts. So now after the game, we are going into recruiting, and the highest interest we have is Cameron Howard, power forward from Carbondale, Illinois. He's 6'9", and power forward is probably our main need. As you just saw, we are one of his highest interests. Hold on. We will send him a package and a letter interest, and that's all we will send him. And the next guy we have is Bill Daniels, center from Duncan, Oklahoma. We'll send an email recruit and send letter of interest. Next we have is Frank Rodriguez, point guard from Greenlee, Colorado. We will do it I'm not sure. What should we do on him? You know what? Might as well. We'll go watch a game from Frank Rodriguez, and we'll send a letter of interest and an email recruit. Because Mills may be leaving. You know what? Let's get off that interest. And our last player we have is John Becker Palford from Washington, Indiana. Not Washington, the state. It's kind of weird. I don't know what. We'll send him an email recruit, and we'll also send him a package, as he's literally all of them. So next episode, we will be starting the NIT tournament. And guys, I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.